Hi everyone and welcome back to LL Sports TV. More importantly, on this occasion, this is another episode of Keep It in the Family. I am your host, Laurie, and I'm joined to my left by my beautiful niece, Kenya, in the building,
yes.
aka AFTV's First Lady.
We're back. We're back.
We're back. And,
well, I guess you're the first guy now since,
I'll take
them
that.
gone.
I'll take that. Yeah, they're
Taking over.
all on tour, left me here. But one of the advantages of that is that I get to do this show with you, so it's all good. Right, let's get into it then. So, Viktor Gyökeres, are we signing him or not, man? Because, I mean, this is just some long-running saga that I'm almost to the point of wake me up when we get there, which is at odds with what I've been saying previously, because I've been so excited about seeing this guy come to the club. But yet, for whatever reason, it's just not seemed to be happening. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But when, Kenya? When?
I don't know.
Give the people some
like you, every morning, I've started this thing now where every morning when I wake up, I usually just, go brush my teeth and that. First thing I do is I go see Fabrizio's tweeted, "Here we go yet." Like, I'm waiting. How much more do we have to wait? It's been forever. How long have we known now that obviously we'd progressed in talks, we put down the bid? Like, we all thought at one point last week he was rumoured to, or they said as the target was for him to do his medical on that Friday. It's now Monday and it's not been done. He's not signed. The documents haven't been handed over. Like, it's dragging on and on and on.
Right, Kenya, question for you here, because I know you got your ears very close to the ground. Your dad does that very popular show that we all watch in the morning, the AFTV daily transfers show. Tell the people, tell the uninitiated, what is the hold up? What is taking so long?
Yeah, so basically, apparently Sporting are being very difficult. They want, so when we first tried to get Viktor Gyökeres, they were obviously like, right, we want 70 million plus 10 million. And we were just like, nah, we're not doing that. Somehow, Berta has been able to say, right, we'll do 63 plus 10, which is a really good price, which works out.
What's the plus 10?
So that's, plus 10 is like plus 10 million add-ons.
Right.
And that's where we are right now. We're arguing about, is this 10 million add-ons? So Sporting are basically saying, right, we want them to be really easy add-ons. We want them to be like, I don't know, super achievable. And we're kind of like, yeah, we're going to do easy add-ons, but there also has to be some add-ons that are a bit, not harder, but, you strive more, like, do you know what I mean?
Because then sort of like when you create targets, you set targets.
Exactly. Over a long period of time.
What they call stretch targets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they're saying, right, we want 2.5 million for when he plays 20 games, 40 games, 60 games. And that's like, well, he's going to do that. He's basically going to play about 50-something games for us when he joins. So we'd already be paying out to them maybe about like 8 million, something like that in the first season. And then what else? They're like, oh, we want another 2.5 for when you get Champions League. And it's like, well, we've been doing that consistently now, so you're also going to get that. So it's like, we're actually just forking out all this money in a very quick succession over to Sporting, when it's like, there's actually no real positives for us in those add-ons. And that's why apparently it's taken so long.
So it's not a thing like, Arsenal win the Champions League, for example, you got to pay us X amount.
It's not like that. They want, basically,
they're minor add-ons.
Yeah, they want the add-ons to be super easy. We're saying, they can be easy, but not that easy. And I just think,
or alternatively, why don't Arsenal just say, okay, look, here's the money, get the player, you get him on the plane, which is now gone.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still not too late to get him on the tour. But you know what I'm saying? Just get it done, man, and just.
No, I agree.
Why don't they do that?
No, look, I agree. I think just let's please settle this, because how long has this been going on now? Do you know what I mean? I've even forgotten that once upon a time we were talking about Sesko. Right? That's how long it's been. So
you know what the other frustrating thing about this is because meanwhile we're there, are we going to get him? Are we not? Yeah, we're going to get him, but the Eze thing appears to have gone a little bit quiet, which is a bit of a concern.
Still doing this, like, we know. I think what's most frustrating is that we've got a guy that we all know wants to come to Arsenal, right? We've seen Man United. Is mutual. Yeah, we've seen Man United are chasing him. He's turned them down 4 times to say no. Arsenal is the destination I want to go. He's gone on strike. He's given up wages. His agent's given up money. Like, you're not going to get anyone else more hungry to join the club. Do you know what I mean? He's doing all the right things almost. And I'm just like, can we just get this guy. Like he's begging for us. He's begging to come on holiday with us. And
What do you think to this
forever.
suggestion that some people are saying that this could be a bit of schadenfreude on Arsenal's part because they're monitoring the Isak situation? What do you make of that rumour?
Yeah, I mean, I just think the Isak thing's gone.
Yeah,
I think
so.
I think the boat's gone. It's too expensive, and if we were in the situation like Liverpool are, where they didn't really need to spend massively on other positions, but they decided to because they have the luxury of having quite a complete squad at the moment. But we don't have that. We have so many things that we had to sort out. Backup goalkeeper, 2 midfielders, do you know what I mean? Backup winger. We still need to sort out another winger, maybe another midfielder, do you know what I mean? A striker. We have all of these holes to kind of fill. We just don't have the money and the time really to try and get in a bidding war with versus Newcastle and do you know what I mean? Starting the whole thing with them, potentially having Liverpool and that. We don't have the time and money to do that. Like I personally think if Alexander Isak's gonna leave this season, it's gonna be for something crazy like 140 mil. Or
Do
maybe
you read into anything him being sent home?
Yeah, I
from
saw
the,
that.
Newcastle
I
tour?
did think it was very strange. Not gonna lie, I did think it was really weird. I don't know. Usually Eddie Howe's a good person to like listen to when he does his presses and stuff. So I did find it a bit strange. Like, oh, this is probably like, you know, a couple of weeks ago or before we're reading reports of, oh, he's absolutely not for sale. He's locked in with Newcastle. Now all of a sudden he's getting sent home.
It is
Like,
a little bit strange.
do you know what I mean? It's not even like it was we don't know, but I feel like if it was a family issue or something like that, he might have just said, oh, he's having personal issues with his family or something like that. So it does like...
No, when he was asked,
Starts
the
a bit
reason he
benefit of the doubt.
gave, whilst plausible, like you said, Kenya, it does raise your eyelids. So
Yeah.
basically what he said, he asked him to, he sent him home because he said that it's the unwanted attention, and he said that I guess what he was saying was, to paraphrase him, it threatens to undermine the tour. The amount of questions asked and, you know, the speculation on him would just be unbearable to the point it would be a real distraction. But then you think to yourself, well, you've been saying recently that he ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not up for debate. So if it's not up for
Exactly.
debate,
I'm not
what are you
being
worried
funny,
about
yeah.
the speculation?
I'm not being funny, yeah. Look at Morgan Rogers. He turned up to Nottingham Forest training. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We saw they were asking Ola Aina. Ola Aina said, yeah, he's professional and he's getting on with it. We don't know the situation. He's just steadily working. I feel like, if anything, doing that causes more questions now. Because now there's a bit of hope for maybe fans.
Exactly. You got
for
the likes of
Liverpool
me,
fans,
you talking
Arsenal
about,
fans. Yeah.
you know, should our Arsenal hold him back on the
Yeah.
Gyokores deal because there may still be a chance
Exactly.
of the Isak. I mean, I saw something on the other day. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw that
So I
as
know I'm
well.
catching you cold. But there's a rumour going around that Isak's representatives actually
saw that.
reached out to Arsenal.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. That's
So you saw
actually
that as
from
well, right?
that's actually from like a Arsenal ITK, and he gets most things right. Almost everything that he said last season actually came right. Was actually true. So I do have a inkling to believe that, but I just think he did say in the thing like, yeah, they reached out to us, but it's kind of a thing now where Arsenal are looking at it like it's just too expensive.
Right.
And I do agree with the club, it is too expensive. Like, I think Alexander Isak is a fantastic player, but how many goals did he score last season?
I think it was 20 odd. I know
20,
he got 20
19?
plus. 23?
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. 150 mil for that. If he was doing Haaland numbers, I'm not trying to discount what he's done because it's incredible, and we do need someone like that. And I think he would be perfect fit for Arsenal. He's like, talks about Thierry Henry all the time. He'd be perfect number 14 shirt wearer. But I just think if we're going to spend 150 mil on a striker, let it be someone who's like almost doing Haaland numbers, how Haaland did in his first season, where he scored about 50 goals. He was just crazy.
And also, if you spend 150 million on him, it follows that you're not really going to have much to spend in other areas of the team. And Mikel Arteta has actually said in a press conference that they do need to get their numbers up. He actually said that. That's a quote from him.
Exactly.
Right, okay, then let's finish on the Gyökeres thing. So we do think it's going to happen.
Yeah,
but
I do.
When? I know that's a bit of a difficult question given the back and
be
forth.
This week, man. I think now they're probably looking at it like we need to get this guy in this week for sure, because we've got 2 games. We've got one on Wednesday and one on Sunday.
That's right. In fact, we got Milan on Wednesday and Newcastle on Sunday.
Exactly. And I feel like, look, of course, there's other preseason games. Like we've got Spurs after that, and then we've got Villarreal, Athletic Bilbao. But you kind of want to go. You want to see him go to Asia basically for that preseason tour, because those are, no offense to Bilbao, Villarreal, like there's no real intensity in those Emirates Cup games. Whereas like at least in this, it's a bit of a friend. It's a nice rival friendly. Do you know what I mean? So
and not only that, Gyokores brings with him a different set of attributes.
Yeah, exactly.
I would imagine.
So we need time to learn.
Exactly.
He plays differently. We know we've got to see what type of style of play suits him and what works really well. And then as well, he needs time to also meet all of his fellow players and the staff members and stuff. So to me, it needs to be done this week, Friday, the very latest.
Yeah, I would say for the sake of a couple of mil, man. I mean, I know it sounds easy for fans to say, but really and truly, for the sake of a few mil, get the deal done, get him on the tour.
Once upon a time, the club was willing to spend €90 million on Sesko. We've got that down now to about 60. Well, in pounds, we've got it down to 65 million for Gyokores, which is basically a steal. It's like, what is an extra £1 million?
In the wider scheme of things, I agree.
And we still need to sell people as well. We haven't even sold anyone yet. We're just spending big at the moment, so we haven't even sold anyone. And considering that we've got Kepa for 5, Norgard for 12, like Madueke and Zubimendi have been our biggest purchases, really.
Yeah.
So just get it.
So that's our message to the Arsenal
get it done.
People. If you're watching this, which I hope you are, listen. Let's just get it done. If it's going to cost you a couple more mil than you would have wanted to, I think in the long run it's worth getting the guy in. Like Kenya says, he needs to familiarise himself with the players, the setup, the staff. He's got to learn a new style of playing football. Arsenal have got to adapt the way they play to suit him as well. It just makes sense to just get it done. Right, okay, that's Gyokores. Mosquera, slightly more positive news.
Yeah.
That's imminent, right?
Apparently it's done now, and they're trying to get him on a plane, which is good. Let's just get him out there. Again, just another person that needs to be introduced to the team, see how they can play, as well as us Arsenal fans. To be honest, the majority of us know nothing about him. Yeah. So let's see what he looks like, and it's just an exciting signing, really. Yeah, from
all the, I'm not going to pretend that I've seen him play a lot. I've only seen clips, but by all accounts, he's a very talented player, very highly thought of, and I think that is going to be a good look for us. So we do need strengthening in the centre backs areas. So
exactly, and then I feel like as well, I saw Mikel Arteta was talking about Gabriel and how he played. We played a friendly against Watford. He played 45 minutes and said, he looked really good. But, like, obviously that was he's just coming back from quite a serious injury. Tearing his hamstring. So this is a good time for all of the defenders as well to, they've got their own group, match each other for intensity, get back up to speed and stuff. So, yeah, if we can get Mosquera out of the ASAP, that's good. Yeah,
and let's be honest, pre-season is very important.
Yeah, very.
In pretty much all seasons, but especially this season, because you look at our fixtures, that is a pretty torrid opening 6 games we got. So the players need to be up to speed to meet that challenge.
Hardest start. I think us and Man United got the hardest start in the league.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing Man United in that first game away from home.
Yeah.
United, okay, they were poor last season, but they're not going to be that bad this season.
Going Old Trafford is just, it's still Old Trafford, you know what I mean? They still put up a fight.
And they've got their 2 big guns already in there, in Mbeumo
and Cunha. Exactly.
So, that's not going to be easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about Eze, because as I said, the trail on that one's gone a little bit cold. That's a bit disappointing for me, because a couple of weeks ago I was thinking that this is pretty much a done deal. But I've been taught in this transfer window not to count your chickens. You never know,
man, until the player's in a shirt and
but what's
announced
happening
by
though?
the club.
I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I think basically Eze's on... I think he might have come back from holiday now, but I heard that the talks with his camp are positive. He'd be open to a move. He'd like to come to Arsenal. But we haven't really opened talk. I think we've had an initial talk with Palace. We like him. But we've not put down any money or anything. And I think it's mostly because of Gyokores still. And I kind of understand that. You know what? Just get one thing done at a time. Right. Don't want to stretch yourself in, I guess. But even that's going to be difficult, because this is another player that Palace value highly. They're in the Conference League. Do you know what I mean? They have a potential to win something else. He's won something for them. He's a big player. It's not going to be easy. I'm just hoping
there's other clubs sniffing around.
Yeah, there's other clubs. Chelsea like him. There's Bayern Munich like him. Yeah. So we got to move quickly. I mean, we're lucky in the sense that he'd be open to coming to us, but that still doesn't mean anything. Lots of players say that.
No.
So we have to move fast. And I really want Eze, not going to lie.
Me too,
That'd be
man.
fantastic.
I mean, listen, I think if we was to get the likes of Kepa, Norgard, Zubamendi, Gyokores, Eze, you know what I mean? That's a great window for me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm happy because then we've actually gone back and looked at things and said, right, we know we've gone and fixed things like we need midfielders, we need added options. Do you know what I mean? And I just think someone like Eze, who's quality in so many different positions, would be like perfect.
Yeah, for
and
me,
he's an English international, which is even better.
Premier League, battle tested and ready.
Exactly.
Scores goals.
We don't have to question what he'd be like in Europe or anything like that because we know his quality already. I'm happy with that. Just get it done though.
Incidentally, I did miss one player out of a list of signings. Madueke, he's now an Arsenal player.
He's Arsenal player now. Announced.
Your thoughts?
Did you watch his video?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Do you know? I'm just supporting him now, innit? He's our player. He wears our shirt. He's wearing number 20. I back him. I hope he hits the ground running, honestly.
Yeah, me too, man. I mean, a lot has been said.
Hope he proves us wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot has been said. Not all of it has been positive. In fact, a lot of it has been negative.
Yeah.
I must admit, I had my reservations. I've stated I'm not going to go through all that again. But now he's an Arsenal player. He gets my full support. And I do think, in fact, the more I think of it, I do see where Arsenal...
I do
see the rationale for the signing.
Yeah.
And I welcome him on board, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Big him up.
I'm excited to see what happens, and I just hope that obviously we get a good thing out of Madueke, and I have faith that he's going to come in, work hard, be in a good environment with good people. We've seen him, develop already at Chelsea. He kind of went from this kind of like spoiled teenager kind of player to maybe having Enzo Maresca, scold him a bit, and he's sorted that out. I hope he just carries on from then on and he can help us win things. That's how I see
listen, man, the guy's a good player. I mean, he broke into the England team last season, and we know his attributes. He's a ball carrier, dribbler, aggressive in the way he takes on the defenders, which is something that we highlighted last season as a bit of a problem. Our wingers were not doing that enough. I'm not going to call no names, but we all know what we're talking about. So we need a guy that, can go at defenders, take them on, be brave.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, man, when we play teams like last season who deploy a low block and defend deep, we need somebody like that. Yeah. So listen, man, I'm excited to see him in an Arsenal shirt. I hope he does well. I genuinely hope he does well. And listen, all the best to him. So, I mean... That is it, really.
Yeah, let's just hope next time we are here, we're saying Viktor Gyökeres has joined. He wears the number whatever shirt for Arsenal. He's scoring goals. Like, I want to be able to see that.
Hey, you know what's so frustrating about this as well is that we've all known from like over a year ago that we needed a striker.
Exactly.
Then there was this big debate. Who was it going to be? I mean, it would appear that we went for Isak. We was told he's not leaving under no condition. Then our attentions turned to Gyokores. Then it was Sesko. Then it was back and forth.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be Sesko. Then it was Gyokores, and we're still not signed Gyokores. I think that's adding to the frustration of the fans.
Exactly.
Certainly, that's the source of my frustration. I just want to get done,
see
get him in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hit the ground running, and then we go. Because that is such a crucial signing for me.
Yeah.
If we get the striker worthy of the name that can get 20+ goals a season, which we think this guy can, it's going to make such a big difference to Arsenal this season.
Yeah, no, I agree. And plus as well, it's like you said, if you have the big fancy name and the striker, like fans want to see that. They want to get that on the back of shirts and stuff. Like it gives you more excitement. I feel like already we're kind of all a bit like very reserved about the league. And I feel like if you get Gyökeres in straight, if we can get him in as soon as possible and we see him on pre-season tour, and let's say he hits the ground running, he's banging in goals, the fan base will feel so much more uplifted by that. So, we need to get it done.
And just finally, if we do get those signings, so I'll go through that again. Kepa, Norgard, Zubamendi, Madueke, Gyokores, and we get one, Mosquera.
Maybe Eze.
Maybe Eze, maybe Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Do you think that squad is capable of winning major honours, or at least something next season?
Yeah, I do.
I've been running with the hashtag, and this is something that I've been doing.
No excuses, man.
Hashtag no excuses.
I agree. No,
hashtag no excuses.
I see it as Kepa, he's a winner. Do you know what I mean? Gyökeres, he's a winner. Eze, he's even a winner. Do you know what I mean? These are guys that, even someone like Norgard, who's maybe not won major honours, but he knows what it is to get promoted and be under the cosh and like have to grind out results against big teams when you're in a much smaller team. Like, these are players that are good. So even Madueke is a winner. So they must, like, there's no excuses to me. They have to win a major honour.
Have to win. Well, if not a major, you've got to win something.
Some type
I'll
of
take
honour.
a domestic. I mean, some people. I mean, the likes of Turkish. Shout out to Turkish.
Yeah.
Likes of Curtis. They said no.
Look, I'm not
they
saying
want a major.
I'm not saying no to that. To me, they have to win something.
They have to win something.
But I personally feel like, obviously, if you win a major honour, it compensates. I feel like if you were to win a Carabao Cup, people still be like, okay, you've won something, but is that it? Do you know what I mean? There'll still be maybe a few small question marks. Whereas if you win a Champions League or a league, questions are done, innit?
I mean, the reason why I'm not saying he has to win a league or bust is because, let's be honest, man, that is a very hard title to win. And you've got to make Liverpool favourites because they won the title last year at a canter, we got to admit. And not only that, last year they didn't spend anything. This season, them man have gone all out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they've been very positive in the window. They're on the verge of signing Ekitike. They got Wirtz, they got Frimpong.
Yeah, Gyokores.
So they're in Gyokores. So you have to say that at the moment, Liverpool are at that level. But Arsenal are not that far behind.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not
need to catch up.
Presenting it as a fait accompli that he has to win the title. But what I would say is he has to win something.
Yeah, no, I agree with this.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm glad we agree. But Kenya, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Been great talking to you. You've kind of, you know what I mean, calmed me down a little bit because I must admit I'm getting increasingly frustrated about, you know, the Gyokores thing not being done. But you poured some light on it, and I'm reasonably happy with what you said. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Thanks, guys, for watching the show. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Myself and Kenya are out. Catch you on the next one. See you soon.